Hi guys, welcome back to GOO ROO Beauty. Today I am doing a get ready with me, really just showing how I did the eyes today using the brand new Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette. Finally it has made its way to the Australian shore. I'll include a link to the eyeshadow palette down below. You can get it online as well as in stores. A beautiful range of shades. So if you want to see how I got this look using the Too Faced Chocolate Bar eyeshadow palette, keep on watching. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is go into the shade White Chocolate, and I'm going to use a really large, loose, fluffy brush. I love that they've allowed larger areas for the lighter highlight shades. They're often the shades that you run out of first in a palette. I'm going to pick up some of the Salted Caramel shade. This is just that lighter matte brown shade that's going to be great for a transition in the crease, just above the crease area. And under the eye too. Now I'm going into the darkest shade in the palette using a very precise precision brush. This one's from Furless, their Pro 6M. This shade is called Triple Fudge. It's just a really dark matte brown. I'm just picking that up on the very tip. I'm going to be basically creating a bit of a crease. And pulling it out at the end. I'm also going to use that same shade just in the outer third of my lower lash line. Right at the very outer edge, I'm just sort of pointing that towards this imaginary wing end over here. It's going to help to keep the eyes look a bit bigger. Now I'm going to go into this beautiful sort of cranberry type shade. It's called Cherry Cordial. Picking up the product with just the tip of a tapered eyeshadow brush. This is a Wayne Goss number 6. Tap off excess. And using just the tip, I'm going to sort of follow along just above the crease that we created with that dark Triple Fudge shade. And again, that sort of outward wing type motion at the end. By not closing up this area, you can help make your eyes look quite a bit larger. I'm also going to use just what's left on the brush just to blend out slightly this lower lash line area. See how they don't quite meet on the outer edge? I have just done it, I haven't filmed it, but I used one shade of my eyeshadow brush here into this Amaretto shade here, a sort of shimmery rose shade, using one side of my tapered eyeshadow brush, and I just added that to the outer half. I just did it and I forgot to press record. So I've just placed that like that to the outer half of my lid. Then I flipped my brush and used the other half into this gold shade. It's called Creme Brulee, and I used that to apply the gold shade to the inner half of my lid. So I've just got Amaretto on this half, Creme Brulee on this inner half. Finally now I'm going to go back into the White Chocolate shade. This is a precision brush from Sigma. I think it's their E32 Exact Blend. Just picking up some more of that White Chocolate matte highlight, and I'm going to be applying that just to the center of the brow bone. Also, I'm going to be using it in this very outer corner here, just to help again define those two separate lines. Using that same brush now, I'm going to go into the shimmery highlight, Champagne Truffle here, and I'm going to be applying that in my very inner corner. And what's left on the brush, very tiny amount there to the very upper brow bone. We don't want it to look frosty, it's just a very, very light highlight. Now for the liner, I am using a favourite liner brush for me this month actually. This is from Real Techniques, their fine liner brush. Really nice, but nice precision, a lot of control. I'm using a Maybelline Eye Studio gel liner in brown. And we're going to line that upper lash line. I'm going to follow that line that we've created with that lower lash line wing out. And I'm just going to join it to the lower lash line. I'm going to use that same brush just to get up under the upper lashes and also just the outer section of my waterline on the lower lash line. Just sort of keep stroking that wing until it's all smooth and even and a nice fine precise tip. And just to soften that out a little bit, I've just picked up a little bit of each of these two shades, Amaretto and Triple Fudge, and just going over the liner that I've placed and that wing and the lower lash line too. Lastly, I'm just going in with a foundation brush with nothing really on it, just to clean up that wing area. Just doing a final blend there now with that large fluffy brush. Haven't added anything to it, just to get everything blended on that very outer corner. Going in with mascara today, this is the Laura Mercier Faux Lash Mascara. It's a very sort of wiry mascara wand, gives great definition, can clump a little bit, but I quite like this mascara on the upper and the lower lashes. I'm going to add a little bit of concealer. I've already applied Bobbi Brown Corrector under my eyes, but I'm going to apply a little bit more concealer. I've got a tiny dab of MAC Pro Longwear and also a tiny dab of Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector in Moonstone. Picking up very little onto my brush, I'm just dabbing that into the very darkest part of my under eye. Using a Real Techniques Essential Foundation brush. I really like the pointed tip on this. So this is the finished look. I hope that you enjoyed it. I can't say enough how much I love this palette from Too Faced. I really enjoy their eyeshadows. They're a fantastic quality, and the couple of things that I love about this palette. First of all, the packaging, so cute. I love the whole chocolatey thing, it's gorgeous. These shadows have a very strong sort of cocoa scent, very, very similar to the bronzer, the Chocolate Soleil. And I love that when I'm using these eyeshadows, I smell that beautiful chocolate scent. It just makes my day. If you don't like fragrance, maybe pass on this. You might be sensitive to the ingredients and the fragrances in this product and they may irritate your eyes, I'm not sure. What I also love about this palette is the range of shadows and finishes. So like the Naked palette, for example, it's got a really nice range of shimmers and some really nice mattes. You've got a nice warm matte for warming up the crease, a medium tone cooler matte brown, a nice matte dark brown for lining, and then of course very importantly a nice matte highlight as well as a shimmer highlight. You've got some beautiful shades in here, some variations on pinks, light, dark, a gorgeous gold, some shimmery mid-tone browns. You've also got some beautiful sort of purple and also a nice cool purpley colour in there, a warm cranberry colour. It's a beautiful mix of shades. The last thing that I love about this palette is that, as I said, they've allowed a larger space for the two highlight shades. These are the shades that you're more likely to use every single day and run out of sooner. What happens when you run out of your favourite colour in a palette is the palette gradually finds its way to the back of your drawer and doesn't get used, and that defeats the whole value argument for a palette. You're not going to get that with this. You've got twice as much at least of each of the highlight shades. I love that they put thought into that. I love that Too Faced is available widely. You can get it from Kit Cosmetics as well as online. I will include links down below to any additional information that you need, but this palette definitely does get a thumbs up from me. If you've tried this palette, let me know what you think about it. I'd love to hear from you. Have a great day. We'll see you again really soon. Bye.